Kirk. He suffered from depression for 5 years. He tried antidepressants, talking therapy, and nothing helped. In May 2015 at Imperial College, he was given psilocybine, also known as magic mushrooms, and since that time, he has been depression-free. This is Ben. He suffered from depression for 30 years, and in that time he tried everything: CBT, group therapy, a list of medications prescribed to him by his doctor, and nothing helped. In June 2015, he was given psilocybine, and since that time, he has been depression-free. Not only have the symptoms of his depression gone, but in the last year, he has done an acting course, a printing course, he's flown on a plane for the first time in a decade, and his career and social life are flourishing. John, here. John, he had suffered from abuse in childhood, and in his psilocybin dose, he saw a great big cask, and he knew that in that cask was all of his pain and shame that he'd never been able to think or talk about. And he grappled with it. It was extremely painful, but in the course of the session, he was able to unlock that box and accept his past. And it was so powerful. Many of them cried for the first time in years, this cathartic experience of accepting emotion and just being able to live it. We saw in 6 hours what you would often see in 6 years of therapy. So, they described going from disconnection to connection. So they talked about depression as a gradual turning inward, slowly becoming disconnected from the people you love, from your identity, and becoming just kind of trapped in their minds, trapped in a small corner of their minds, locked there with constant negative thinking attacking them all the time. And the psilocybin started a process of reconnection. So Ben described it this way. He said, "It was like when you defrag the hard drive on your computer. I experienced things being rearranged in my mind. I witnessed it as it was all put into order. And I thought, my brain is being defragged. How brilliant is that? And since that time, my thoughts make sense and I ruminate less." And other patients described the same process, but in a different way. Some described it as the fog lifting or being able to see clearly. John said it was like turning on the lights in a dark house. And after that mental reboot, they were able to connect to their senses, they would connect to their self, their identity. Kirk said he felt like he was gliding through life, and they could connect to other people. John went for dinner with his wife for the first time in 7 years and said that they were like teenagers again. Many of them felt a connection to nature. They didn't just see nature as a thing, like a television or a picture, but they felt part of it. And they connected to a spiritual principle for the first time, some of them. Overall, they went from being trapped to being unlocked, expanded, and free.